Alrighty guys, I believe I'm recording here. I'm using a simple screen recorder, as you can see, and today's video is going to be basically showing off my dock here in Linux, showing the programs that I have. I know there's Mac dock videos out there, you know, what's in my dock video. It's mainly geared around to, mainly geared around Mac OS, and I figured I'd do a Linux what's in my dock video, because you can have a dock in Linux, and most people do have a dock in Linux. So we're going to go ahead and go to my Docky up here, and that's what I'm using for my dock program. It's Docky. You can just search it up, install Docky, sudo apt-get install Docky, I believe it is. You can also find it in the software center as well. So there it is. I got my Docky. As you can see, I have like the zoom effect. That way, because I have bad eyesight, long distance eyesight that is, and when I have the zoom effect like this, I can see the icons better. So we're gonna go from left to right here. So here is my Docky icon. As you can see, it's always open, because you know, once you have the dock going, it stays open. Right next to that, we have the take screenshot, which is automatic. You don't have to install that. That comes with, I believe it comes with Linux distros. You just basically have to find the icon in your applications folder, then take the icon and drag it up into your Docky, and bam, there it is. As you can see, it's in my Docky now. Let's just go ahead and remove that out, because I don't need that. Now, whatever's in my dock, okay, that's a program I use the most. I use most of these programs, or it's just convenient for me to have them in the dock here. So we got take screenshot, and then we have the search. You can search your files and folders. Right next to that, we go from basically like Audacity. Actually, Audacity is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be over by GIMP and all the other video and audio editing programs that I have, because you see Firefox is kind of right in the middle there. I actually need to move some of these icons around, get them all, you know, looking nice and pretty. But as you can see, there's Audacity. I use that quite frequently for audio editing and rendering. Wonderful program. I can't even speak right. Wonderful program. I use it all the time. Like I said, that's why it's in my dock. Right next to that, we have the Cheese webcam booth. Basically, you can use that to take picture and I believe video. It adds effects. You can add a bunch of effects to your video or to your picture. Then we have Firefox web browser. Now I can go on a long rant video talking about Firefox versus Chromium, but Firefox is my go-to browser. It doesn't take up a lot of resources as Chromium or Chrome does, but I prefer Firefox over Chrome in Linux distributions. Right next to that, we have GIMP image editor, which I use a lot. I prefer it over all the other image editors. It ships with Linux distributions, I believe, so you get it automatically. You don't have to install it. So yeah, GIMP is my favorite image editor for Linux distros, unless if there's one that comes out down the road, maybe Photoshop, but that'll probably never happen. But it'd be pretty cool to have Photoshop in Linux Mint. Right next to that, we have Handbrake. This is what I use to convert my audio files or my video files. It's a fantastic program. It's available for Linux, Mac, and Windows. So if you're a big-time audio person, I recommend Handbrake. You can use it to rip DVDs as well. So it's a fantastic audio program and video program. Right next to that, we have Kazam, one of my favorite screen recorders for Linux. It works flawlessly. It's simple, it's easy, and it doesn't take up a lot of resources, which is important for me. I'm currently running 8 gigs on my laptop here, and I need all the RAM I can get. So Kazam is my go-to screen recorder. However, today I decided to try the simple screen recorder. Try that out, see how that is. So hopefully it's okay. Hopefully the audio is coming through and everything's all synced up. Next to that, we have my favorite video editor, which is Kdenlive. I use this quite frequently to edit my videos for YouTube. Along with OpenShot, which we'll get into in a little bit down the road here. As you can see, I have a lot of programs in my dock here. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have monitors. This is for when I have a dual monitor set up on my laptop here, because I do prefer having a bigger screen than my 15-inch laptop screen here. I prefer having my 24-inch monitor, so I use that and I keep it in my dock. Very convenient for me to just go up there and you know, change whatever I need to change. Next to that, we have the network monitor here, or network connection configuration here, along with pulse audio volume control. As you can see, they're kind of all strewn about. All the icons are strewn about. I should get the video stuff in with the video stuff, the browser stuff in with the browser stuff, and the computer, excuse me, configuration stuff along with the computer configuration stuff. Because it's just the icons are not really set right. I need to fix that. But anyways. Let's move on. Here's a network connection icon here. I basically use that quite frequently to configure my network, connect to different networks, so on and so forth. So I have that in my dock. Next, my second go-to video editing program is OpenShot Video Editor. Now, I have some bones to pick, if you will, with OpenShot. I like it because it doesn't take up as much resources as Kdenlive. However, OpenShot, I hope they update it soon, basically what I'm getting to. I hope they update it soon because they need to update it. They need to add some more stuff, and it's just, it's kind of finicky. Some days it works great for me, some days it doesn't. But I do like that it doesn't use up as much resources as Kdenlive does. So next to that we have Record It Now. Now I have not used this that much. I heard about it. It's a pretty good recording program, but I have not used it at all, actually. I haven't used that at all. I stick to all my other recorders that I have on here. But it's for future references. I'm going to go back and try it to compare it to all the other programs that I have on here. As you can see, next to that we have the Record My Desktop, which is simple. One of the simplest recorders for screen recording, and I use that sometimes as well. Then we got the regular old Skype right here, the Skype icon, Skype Desktop. I use that a lot as well for doing calls and whatnot, and talking to my friends out there in the whole internet world. And yeah, it's pretty decent. We got System Monitor, next to that Terminal, and next to that Thunderbird Mail. Next to that Transmission BitTorrent Client, which is fantastic. I recommend Transmission, one of my favorite BitTorrent clients of all. I recommend it for every Linux user. Then we have VLC Media Player. I use that quite frequently to watch my videos, and sometimes to convert videos as well. It does pretty good conversion as well. And the GUVC Video Viewer, which I am currently using now. And Osiris Tech, if you're watching this, I'd love a demo on or a tutorial on how to get the GUVC Viewer border off of my video. A lot of videos out there don't really do it justice. They don't describe it easily, and I prefer watching your tutorials because I can give support to your channel. I can watch your video, and overall it seems like you do a better job at the tutorial videos. So next to that we have the Netflix desktop. Yes, I love Netflix. I watch it frequently before I go to bed, and yeah, I have that in my dock as well. Then Google Chrome. Here we go. We got the Chromium, and what can I say? That's why it's all the way over here in the middle of my dock. That's because I don't use it that much, and the only time I use it is to do hangouts and stuff like that. But yeah, that's there. It's just sitting there chilling. Next we have the Awesome Screenshot app, which I don't use, but I just threw it in there anyway, just in case if I want to use it. They got some cool features. There is my IRC client, HexChat. It ships with all Linux distros, or most Linux distros. It shipped with Linux Mint. They changed it over from the other IRC client, which was... I forget what Linux Mint 16 had for IRC. I can't remember. But anyways, I like HexChat. It's pretty good. There's my keyboard shortcuts. That way I can change the shortcuts very easily just by going to the dock. There we have the Spotify desktop client here, which is amazing. I love Spotify, guys. Audio recorder for simple recording audio, quick messages, notes, and whatnot. I use Audacity in order to do like podcast recordings and stuff, but the audio recorder is good for jotting down something real quick, and I just don't feel like writing it down with my notes. Next we have the Oracle VirtualBox. I use VirtualBox all the time for my Kali distros, for my Gentoo distros, my Arch, all the Linux distros I use, I test in VirtualBox before installing onto a machine. Next up we have the Valco screen recorder here. I have heard about it. I've tried it once. It's decent, but like I said, I prefer my other screen recorders over this Valco screen recorder. Let's go ahead and launch it just to see how well it launches. As you can see here, it's simple. It's pretty powerful. You can go ahead and you know, move the little bars around to situate however much you want to record. However, it doesn't do like the full screen that I want it to. See, I want it to go all the way, but it's not letting me go all the way. You could probably configure it somehow, but I haven't got far into configuring it. So next we got the Super Nintendo, my emulator, my Super Nintendo emulator. I use that for my Linux gaming as well as Steam, which we'll go and find here in a minute. I believe it's on here. Yes, it is. Next to that, on the right, we have the Ubuntu tweak tool, which I use quite frequently as well. Messing around with the tweaks that they have in the settings, the configuration settings there, adding, you know, themes and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to do. Next, my favorite editor of all time, text editor, is TextEditor. It's amazing. I like it. I even like it better than Notepad for Windows. You can even install Notepad on here running in Wine, but I like TextEditor all the way. Kate's pretty good as well. Next up, we have the Angry IP Scanner, which I use for testing out network stuff, along with ZenMap and Wireshark. I'm a big network packet sniffer. I like to check out what's going on in my network, what's going in, what's going out, and also doing demos and tutorials and whatnot with this with these programs is a wonderful thing. Teaching people how to monitor their network and what to look out for is a good thing, and I recommend a lot of people learn how to do it. Next, we have Steam. Yes, my favorite desktop icon here, my favorite client gaming. Steam, awesome, amazing. I use it all the time. Not much to say about it. You know, it's a great program here, and I'm glad it's available for Linux. I haven't tried SteamOS yet. I want to get that installed, probably on a VirtualBox or maybe even on a hard drive, and do a video on that. That would be pretty cool. Next up, we have the Team Fortress 2. I love playing Team Fortress 2. However, I need to adjust my settings here on my Linux machine because played it in Windows and it looked good. But I just need to adjust some video settings and it'll turn out okay. Next up, we have Simple Screen Recorder, which I'm using right now, and so far so good. I need to review this video to make sure everything's going good. But overall, the running process, the setting up is pretty decent, as well as being able to stream live to YouTube and Twitch. And next we have Screen Studio, which I got from none other than Osiris Tech on YouTube, and I like it so far. So thank you for recommending the Screen Studio, Osiris Tech. Next to that, we have Makerware and Makerware for Digitizer. This is going to be for my project coming up in 2015, which is getting a 3D printer, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a MakerBot 3D printer. I checked out a lot of videos on it, and I can get it for around around $1,000, like $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, somewhere around there, no more than $2,000. And excuse me, I'd love to get into a little 3D printing for you guys. Next to that, we have the trash. As you can see, I got to empty my trash. 191 items in my trash currently. That's quite a bit, mostly video. Video that I've done recorded and just threw in trash and forgot to delete it all. Next, we have the System Monitor, which I use quite frequently to monitor my CPU usage and my memory usage. As you can see, I am currently running Simple Screen Recorder, GUVC Video, and Firefox web browser, which I have a video playing in Firefox. So let's find that real quick. As you can see, I have League of Grimrock 2 by Felicia Day, which she is amazing, I gotta say. Yeah, I just have a thing for her, man. Nothing left to say on that. But anyways, as you can see, I'm only using 42% of my CPU, which is a Core i3, and my memory is 8 gigs, which is I'm only using 20% of that. Next up, we have my Network Manager, and then my network information here, my download and upload speed and whatnot. Total is 240, what's that, megabytes, I believe, 206 megs. So yeah, I think that is megabytes. I can't really tell. Yeah, it must be megabytes or megabits. Who cares? Next to that, we have the Windows switcher. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I just disappeared on you. Ooh, that was weird, wasn't it? I just like kind of disappeared. That's magic, right? That's one thing I love about Linux is I can have a bunch of different workstations going. As you can see, I believe I named these as well. Did I name these? Yep. Okay, so this right here is used for my virtual machines. This is used for web surfing. This is used for my downloads because I usually have my downloads tab, my downloads folder open at all times, and my music folder and my game folder as well. So yeah, I basically I shut all those down. That way I can do this without any hiccups or anything, any stuttering. Hopefully when I review this, it goes okay and there's no screw ups. Well, guys, thank you for watching my What's in My Dock Linux 2014, and maybe we'll do another one in 2015. Who knows? If this video goes well, if you give this a like, give this a share, give this a comment, I will do another one in 2015. Because tell me, I have a lot of stuff in my dock, and probably next year I'll have a bunch more. And hopefully by then I'll have my 3D printer going, guys. That'd be freaking amazing. Doing a lot of videos on 3D printing. I love it. As you can see, also I have on my desktop a lot of junk on there. Mostly this is for information on tutorials, on running virtual machines. I got my Twitch key there. I got a bunch of stuff there. And I just leave it there because I need some of the information that's in those documents and programs. So I just leave them on there. And yeah. Also, as you can see, I have my Zombieland in my DVD player, or in my DVD slot. I love Zombieland. It's one of my favorite movies. Mr. Harrelson, he is one of my favorite actors. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. This has been the Diabetic Geek. Peace out, bitches. Yeah. Okay, now let's see how to shut this off. Okay, simple screen recorder,